To maximize JINHSI's damage, we need to understand exactly how her kit works. JINHSI's forte bar is considered incandescence, and she can hold up to 50 stacks, and all nearby resonators in the party gain what's called Eras of Unity. Anyone on the team that deals attribute damage, including JINHSI, will get 1 stack, but if the attribute damage that happens counts as a coordinated attack, you actually get an additional 2 stacks, counting as 3. So obviously, coordinated attack characters are really going to help build those incandescent stacks. And note, with her ultra skill, Temporal Bender, JINHSI may now gain incandescence via Eras of Unity from damage of the same attribute more effectively at one time every second for 20 seconds. So if you deal damage with another SPECTRO character, for example, you can get increased incandescent stacks. Now, outside the other characters dealing damage to build up her forte, again, like I said, JINHSI can also help build up her own incandescent stacks. One way is just by using her attacks. For her normal attack, she can perform up to 4 basic attacks. She has a heavy attack, a mid-air attack, and obviously a dodge counter. With her base resonance skill, Trailing Lights of Eons, you'll dash forward and deal SPECTRO damage, but the main thing is that we want to gain what's called Overflowing Radiance. So if you use JINHSI's basic attack 4 or her intro skill, you'll gain what's called Resonance Skill Overflowing Radiance within 5 seconds. Now, as you can see, even though my base resonance skill is on cooldown, it actually changes over to a different icon and starts glowing. This is that overflowing radiance. Now, if you use the skill, you'll deal SPECTRO damage and enter what's called Incarnation. Now, the 2 big indicators to know whether you've entered Incarnation form or not is number 1, JINHSI has horns on her head, and number 2, the forte bar actually changes. Now, when she's in her Incarnation form, all of her normal attacks actually change a little bit. Now, you can still perform the basic attack up to 4 attacks, but now that attack is considered resonance skill damage and can be performed in midair. The resonance skill actually changes to what's called Crescent Divinity. Honestly, the only thing that really changes is the icon in and of itself. You still dash toward the target when you use it and deal SPECTRO damage. Now, she does have a different heavy attack, a dodge, and a dodge counter, but the main thing here is that you can perform the dodge and the dodge counter while you're in midair. Just like in her base form where you can perform basic attacks to get the enhanced resonance skill to enter Incarnation mode in and of itself has its own form of that as well. When you're in the Incarnation state and you perform the basic attack 4, you'll gain what's called Ordination Glow, and a couple different things are going to happen. Now, if you continue attacking, you'll follow up with the Incarnation heavy attack, but the main thing here is that the resonance skill is replaced with what's called a Luminous Epiphany. This is the skill that has its own dedicated animation, and this is where we will consume our incandescent. So you can consume up to 50 of it, and with each point, it grants a bonus damage multiplier percentage to the explosion, which is the secondary attack of the resonance skill. Now, after you cast this resonance skill, JINHSI will gain what's called Unison. The main thing with Unison is that it will be consumed in place of your Concerto energy if it is full. So if you switch from JINHSI to another character, the cool thing is when you switch back to JINHSI, she will have full Concerto as well. Now, even though her resonance skill does a lot of damage, her resonance liberation is definitely something you don't want to sleep on. Again, you'll deal SPECTRO damage considered resonance liberation damage.